Did he just snitch? I'm going to let you be the judge. This is the notorious gangster Mob James on the witness stand. Let's go.
Sir, have you ever met me?
Excuse me?
Have you ever met me before?
No.
Have you ever spoken to the district attorneys prior to your testimony here today?
Once.
And is that what you're referring to as the time that you told them, like, hey, any attorney here is better treat me as hostile because...
Yeah, I told him I didn't have nothing to do with it.
Now, a couple questions for you, sir. And this is more for clarification. So on the night of the murder, you were working as the head of security for 662.
Yes.
Explain for us a little bit about the club. Was that Suge's club or was it somebody else's club?
Sure, to my understanding.
Okay. And when you were there as head of security, were you there, had you worked there as head of security prior to this particular night?
The thing about it is, he's trying to talk without talking because, as I stated, he is a gangster.
We did an event there once before. Yeah, same thing.
Okay. And on this particular night, was this an event like some type of fundraiser or something for police officers or anything like that? Do you recall what the event was for?
We wouldn't have been there.
Okay.
No.
What was the reason for the event?
It was Mike Tyson fight. Tyson was coming back. Tupac was supposed to perform like other people, and we was there for that.
Okay. Can you describe for us how big the club is so that we can...
30 years ago, a little bit bigger than this room.
So it's relatively, it's not like a two-story. It's not,
it's small. It's small.
And in terms of the club itself, you were there and you were sharing with us that there were other people that were there.
Yes.
Law enforcement as well as I don't know, people from your side of town.
Oh, law enforcement was outside. The Metro would say, "Why y'all putting words in my mouth?"
Sure.
They were outside.
Okay.
We were on the inside. Wasn't no law enforcement mingling with us.
As you see, he's really trying, man. He's really trying. He said, yo, why y'all put words in my mouth? Like he's really...
So, as far as you know, law enforcement wasn't hired by Reggie Wright to provide additional security?
No, this was Metro posted up all over the place.
And so they were there specifically just like what, harass or just send a warning or what?
No, they were there. Like when you have events in Las Vegas, everybody knows. You're going to see Metro here, every block.
Yeah.
They was posted up, which they do all the time.
But you're telling me that as head of security, you do not know or you don't believe that Reggie Wright hired the Metro officers to come in?
I know for a fact he didn't hire the Metro police.
Okay. Do you know how many people were on the payroll that night from your security team?
Well, y'all do paperwork different than we did.
Yo, he's just being serious, man. He's like, yo, y'all do paperwork different than we did, man. Yo, we from the streets of California. What's happening, man? Talk to them, Mom.
Our paperwork was getting cash money. Our paperwork was what they call under the table. We had it.
Yo, this guy ain't smiling one bit. Look at his face. He ain't smiling nothing. He knows he killed Tupac. He knows that, what's his name, Diddy, tried to give him some bread for killing Tupac, but according to him, he ain't never got no bread because someone else shortchanged him. Man.
At least 30, 40 of my homeboys there. Reggie Wright Jr. and his security, his company, the people work for him, didn't have nothing to do with what Suge paid us for working. So that was two different entities, Reggie and Suge. The homies was there for the Suge night. Reggie Wright hired his company to watch over Suge night people.
Right.
So his security did like the right thing. My security did what they ain't gonna do. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
the police gonna walk you out of there. We gonna drag you out of there. So it was.
Yo, I told you, he's a real serious mouse. You know what I'm talking about? Real serious, man. Not now. Now he's a grandpa and he's chilling, maxing and relaxing like Fresh Prince.
The difference, but not on the same paper.
Sure. And once again, the intent was to protect 662, right? To protect the club, protect the patrons that were going to go there, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in terms of your knowledge of what happened on that night, fair to say you weren't present when the shots had rung out.
No, I wasn't there.
Okay. And your testimony is that you had heard from other people initially that, hey, Tupac had been shot.
Yes.
And you had thought maybe other people were maybe relieved, thinking like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. He's gonna be okay.
That's what came back to 662. People that went to the scene, and everybody said Tupac was talking. So everybody came back to the club saying he's gonna be all right. So people just went back to, mingling.
Right. Now, in terms of the that night, you go back to Compton. You live in Compton.
Yes.
You still live in Compton?
No.
At the time you live in Compton, you go back to Compton, and you tell us that there was a lot of tension. Was there? Can you describe that for us when you went back in terms of what kind of tension we're talking about?
You sure you want me to answer that?
Is it going to be graphic?
No, I ain't gonna. I got to raise the word in it, but you asking me a question. I don't.
Tell me something. Are you gonna rate it or are you gonna discard it? Listen to what he says. Listen to the homie.
And what I explained to them, I don't want to send him to prison.
Sure.
Even though we don't like each other.
Sure.
I don't want to send you to prison. So that's why I'm here where I'm at and the way I am, because I changed my life.
Now, do you believe he doesn't want to send him to prison? Throw it in the comments. You believe he doesn't want to send him to prison for real, for real? Was he forced to be on the stand? Man.
I'm raising my grandkids. I'm teaching them never to be like their papa. And here I am explaining to people what I used to be. And I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that at all. And you asking me questions that can hurt him. And like I told them, I'm trying to avoid to answer the questions that they might look at me and say, something is wrong.
Well, let me put it this way. Let me help you out with this.
Thank you.
So these people right here, what they want to know from you is, did you see who shot Tupac?
I told you no.
Correct. So outside of that question, right, the next question I'm asking you is, when you went back to Compton, was it like a Southside Crip that shoots a Pyro Blood, and then a Pyro Blood shoots a...
Look how he's looking at him. He's looking at him like, yo, what's this ninja talking about, man? South side, east side, west side. Like, what you know about, huh? That's how he's looking at him. Yeah, I tell you, man, he's an old-time gangster. Mom James, he's a grandpa, but he's a gangster. I'll tell you that. Look at DJ Vlad. Watch DJ Vlad's videos with Mob James, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Southside Crip, is that the tension that we're talking about?
Do I answer this?
That's a straightforward question. It's a yes or no answer.
When...
Yo, that's funny, man. I said, do I answer this? Yo. Yo, Mob James, I don't know. I don't know if we're calling him a snitch or not. To be honest with you, I really don't know if we're calling him a snitch. Because he's really trying. He's really trying his hardest not to, break the code.
Okay.
Did you see that?
When I was a part of that life. I was a part of that. And I was, no, because you asking something that's going to hurt this dude. And okay, let me stop.
And once again, I want to emphasize
when we got back to Compton,
okay,
it was a gang war. People were getting hurt.
Okay.
People was being sought. People were looking for certain individuals.
You see, now, this is the part where I think he snitched, right? He tried to keep it so wholesome and so credible, but I think this is where he went wrong.
From his neighborhood,
Okay.
as well they did mine.
Okay.
But Orlando, him, and certain other people were being salted because people wanted to kill them.
Sure. Were they the only ones that they wanted to kill?
Am I the only one up in this?
Now listen to why I say he snitched. Listen to this now.
In here? No, they weren't the only one.
Okay.
It's his neighborhood in particular.
That's right.
But they were the main subjects of a gang war. They was in the middle, such
Sure.
as me.
So you're telling us that people back home somehow had some type of information that said that that guy, as a bunch of other people, were involved in what?
In the murder of Tupac.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think? He just said that Keefe D, they're looking for Keefe and Orlando, which is Keefe's nephew, because they thought they killed Tupac. And what's this case about? Keefe D killing Tupac. So that brings some credibility to Keefe D killing Tupac. If the streets is looking for Keefe and his nephew Orlando for killing Pac, and here we are in the courtroom, Keefe's under all types of investigations for talking too much. Now he's in court. What do you think? Do you think Mob James kept a gangster? I want to hear what y'all got to say.
But my question to you,
Stop.
can you
You know, could someone please interpret what the man just said? Yo, interpret what the man. I don't know what he said. Could somebody please slow it down? Tell me what he says, because I can't figure that out. I don't know if that's a gangster lingo. I don't know if that's some Crip terminology. I don't know if that's the blood Bang'em set. I don't know nothing. Could somebody tell me exactly what he just said? Woo!
focus on me for a second, sir?
Yeah, I will.
And I apologize. I just want to make sure that we're clear, okay, for these people. In terms of that information, none of those people were there, right?
And what people you be speaking on? The people that was already in the neighborhood, or the people that left Las Vegas that same night Tupac was shot to go home, bear their arms, and go to somebody else's neighborhood to look for somebody? They had to pay it back.
So once again, my question to you is that the information that I'm asking about is the people that back home, you're saying were eyewitnesses to this?
How could people back home be eyewitnesses to something that happened in Vegas? No, that's not what I'm saying.
The people that were here in Las Vegas, listen to my question, sir. The people that were here in Las Vegas, you're telling me were eyewitnesses to what happened and went back home. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you, the people that was at 662.
Just answer my question, sir. Yes or no?
I can't
Is it
answer
a yes
that
or no?
without a what you call me. You trying to tell.
Yo, the lawyer is trying to bat him up. The lawyer is trying to put him under manners. But, as I said, he's an old-time gangster.
Me to say something that you're not going to understand if you let me explain to you.
No, answer my question.
I'm not answering nothing. I don't.
Yo, the man said, I'm not answering nothing. I ain't answering a dang thing.
know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. McDonald, focus for a
No,
second.
I am focused. Very.
Focus on this. My question to you is this.
Yo, this girl back here, she's having a heck of a time. She's loving it.
You didn't know what happened that night because you weren't there.
I was at 662.
Right. Do you know who was there?
I know everybody that was there.
Okay. Like who?
Talk to your lawyer, man. This dude is tripping. I'm not gonna explain.
Yo, did you hear the court even look at this lawyer, man? This lawyer, man, is loving it. Yo, the man said, talk to your lawyer, man. This dude's tripping. Who goes to court and does that? While on the stand. Huh.
That. I can't answer that.
Okay, let me ask you this next question then. You are telling us that people back in Compton, for some reason, knew what happened here in Las Vegas.
A phone conversation. People found out when people left Las Vegas the same night Tupac was shot, went straight back to Compton. It only takes 3.5 hours to get home.
Sure.
Yes, it wasn't a problem for people to find out what happened. No problem at all.
They got on their phones, they texted people, they let them know what happened here on the night of the shooting?
Yeah. They had walkie-talkies, they had all kind of phones. They had ways to call people to say whatever. But when people left Las Vegas that same night, after they found out and got in their cars and went home because it was a situation, Pac was shot. Okay. Retaliation is a mug. Come on, man. It was for real, for real. All of this was for real.
Now, the night of the shooting, did you have a walkie-talkie, a Nextel thing or something like that?
No.
Did Reggie Wright?
I don't know what he had. I don't know how much money he had in his pocket. I don't know what he had on his hip.
But you were the head of securities, but you're telling us you did not have any type of
Reggie Right-way security has nothing to do with the gang-banging security, Parus, whatever you want to call it. They had nothing to do with us.
Okay.
The phones that Suge had for certain individuals, they had the phones. Like the guy that was bodyguard for Tupac that night. Like some of the guys that was at the Tyson fight, like Suge Knight. Certain individuals had phones. Yes, they did.
Okay, so, all right, I get what you're saying. You're not there, but you're saying other people were.
Yes, I'm saying there was a lot of people there.
A lot of people were there at the shooting that took place.
That was in the entourage, yes.
Let's see. Okay, just one final question. You're here today, and I think the state had asked this question under a subpoena. You're ordered to be here today, right?
Yes.
In terms of that subpoena, for instance, is that's the only reason why you're here is because of that subpoena?
I don't have no other reason to be here.
Yeah. In order for you to get that subpoena, you were served that subpoena back in California?
Yes.
By a police officer?
I don't know. He wasn't in uniform.
Okay. And that order required you to go to a court in California?
I had to go to court in Victorville.
And then that court in California said you have to show up here.
And in that court, I cussed them out and told them, you can't make me do nothing.
Right.
And in that court, they told me that I would be in attempted court. Me raising my grandkids, I'm not going to put my grandkids in the car and move somewhere so y'all can't find me. So all that running and living a different life, I ain't doing it. So I agreed to come. And like I explained to everybody in here, you ask me something, I'm going to be honest about it. You ask me something I don't want to talk about, you're going to have a problem. Treat me as a hostile witness. You're not going to talk.
So does that statement change your mind? He said, if you ask me something that I don't want to talk about, you're going to have a hard time getting it out of me. Treat me as a hostile witness. So when he said that everyone was looking for Keefe D and Orlando Brown because the shooting of Tupac, they assumed those two were the ones that shot Pac. Why did he say that if he didn't really want to say it? Why did that come out of his mouth if he really didn't want to say it?
Talk to me and tell me as a grown man what I have to do up here. I'm not finna send him to prison. You are.
The man said, I'm not finna send him to prison. You are. Oh my word. Oh my word. Ain't that some... Man, the nerve. Yo, you done told the people that you guys were looking for him because him, the guy on the screen, you guys were looking for him, Keefe D, because you believe that him and his nephew shot Pac. Now you're saying you don't think you're not gonna want to send him to prison. You blame it on the lawyers.
So the accusation now is because of the fact that we're trying to ask you questions, you're blaming it on me.
You asking me questions. If I just like answer your questions, we gonna have a problem in here, a misunderstanding, and you're asking me something that wouldn't be good for him.
Right. And once again, I just want to look. We're just trying to figure out who shot Tupac. You're telling us that you weren't there to see him. That's all I want to know. At the end of the day, that's it. Right?
Was I in the entourage when Tupac got shot? No.
Okay. Nothing else, right?
I was at 662. I mean, that ain't hard. That's easy math.
Okay. No further questions, Joe.
Anything further, State?
Jesus Christ.
All right, we've got one more phase, and then we'll let you out of here.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness?
Yo, we're gonna stop it there, man, because I want to know what you guys think. Did he snitch? My thing is, I think he did snitch. By telling these people that y'all was looking for Keefe D and his nephew because you assumed or heard or whatever the case is that they shot Pac or killed Pac. Now, that's snitching. Because you said you're not going to say nothing you don't want to say, but yet you said this. Come on, man. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you think. Peace and love, y'all.